Recording in progress. Look at this, Jaimen. I sent you an email. I'm recording my own meeting. I'm learning it all. This is what's happening here. You want to do it? You got to do it.
Bam, coming in fresh in the new year
A lot of
with
people are
you
like,
running the
you
meeting.
can't fuck. Most people are like, you can't set up a Zoom meeting and record it. No, I have to learn a lot of shit here, and I'm gonna do it. And that being said, that's what's happening. This very Zoom meeting is to mark the fact that January 10th. We're 10 days in. And what I've been doing a lot of the time is just postponing stuff. I'm like, oh, I'll move the meeting to this day. I'll move the meeting to this. I'll do that. I'm like, no, no more. In fact, I was supposed to go to a family dinner tonight, and I just doing too much. And
Right.
honestly, if you want to start a good brand, if you want to make like if you really want to do something great, you have to make sacrifices. And I think that um this is the year that I want to say yes to like more social gatherings because it has been kind of isolating with the discipline, trying to get those early wake up times and really trying to stay disciplined and focused. But I want to be able to have a more balanced, well rounded life because I think isolation can lead to a pretty slippery slope where you're starting to you'll start wanting to drink or start like they say the opposite of connection is sorry the opposite of addiction is connection, so we're not connecting to your device or a television or whatever doesn't count. It's like having a good laugh with your friends.
Yeah, and I guess like through the winter months, there's definitely that extra looming sense of, I mean, I go into more isolation for sure. So, I mean,
By the way, the
like
Canucks
it's
suck.
dark so much earlier, so I'm not down at the wharf. I haven't been down at the wharf for, over a month easily. So yeah, it does get harder to get out and I guess make those connections this time of year, naturally.
Well, yeah, and but
But beyond that, yeah.
it's no, you're right, it is harder, and that's why I think that the December, January, February sort of time is a good time to like isolate and work on your stuff. Like, but in my personal case, you know me, I've been isolating a lot. I've noticed I've been isolating a lot because I'm trying to chase this idea of like, I've got to be perfect. I've got to fucking be disciplined. And I'm like, no, man, you got to be all those things correct. But you just have to wake up in the morning. And this is my own thing so that you're getting everything done throughout the winter months so that in summer you're not writing an album, which is what I did
Yeah.
last summer. I had to write the album, and
Right.
I've personally been isolating a lot more, and I want to make the adjustment to saying yes to people like and getting out there. So, but that brings me to my point. Tonight I was supposed to go have dinner. Well, it's not a milestone birthday for anybody. My other cousin she's already turned 40. It's her 42nd birthday. My next cousin, shout out to Sarah Carver, fucking the best. Her next birthday, I believe, is somewhere, it's an M month. She's turning 40, but I'll make sure I'm there for that, you know? Tonight I had to show up for the fucking podcast because I'm setting my own podcast up today and I'm wearing my
Fucking
Canucks
A.
jersey. And as of right now, if you come back into history, the Canucks are fucking terrible right now. And they're either going to just go into another decade of fucking brutal shittiness or they're going to turn this around. But I thought I'd wear my Canucks jersey tonight because it's metal as fuck. But as I look at the score right now, they're playing the Hurricanes and it's 2-0. And the Hurricanes are huge.
Oh,
They're
is the game
super.
on now?
Yeah, you're not missing much, man. It's
Fair enough. But yeah,
anyway.
so I mean, it's
So
been a
yeah,
couple
this
months,
part,
right?
yeah, it has. You know, I'm glad you brought that up. So it's been too long. It's too inconsistent. Okay, and that's my fault. So I'm learning, like even as we'll even just get super transparent. After this, I'm gonna learn I'm gonna throw this thing in a CapCut, get it all edited. And you know what we're gonna do, Jay? You're just gonna throw this up. And then we're doing things backwards. So you just throw it up and then you market
Yeah,
it as
yeah.
it's already out. You don't make people wait for a podcast they don't care about.
Yeah, this one looks a little different. That's how it is. Yeah, yeah. It's going into the new year.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I want to be yeah, this year I just want to make it just way more consistent with episodes and everything because there's a lot of really exciting stuff going on. Like it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. We still got a couple new tracks to release.
Oh, yeah, that'll probably what one of them will be out by the time this is aired,
What day
possibly.
is it? Is it today is
Today
Friday?
is Friday. Yeah,
We can
yeah.
put it up on whatever day.
I believe so. It's up, and then another one comes out on the 15th.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And then we're gonna throw one
that's
right up.
going
Then we'll throw another one up right after, I guess. There's two more coming out. I gotta make videos for all those. I'm kicking something.
on.
Can you hear that?
I did hear a little bit of a kick there.
I'm really winging it. But anyway, yeah, not to mention, yeah, if you're listening to this, I think there'll be some new songs coming out. There's a lot of cool stuff happening, but we got some guests lined up, like lots of stuff. Just got to keep at it, keep doing it, right? And line them up and do it. And I'll tell you, I just got to day 9 of 75 hard today, and I tapped out because I'm learning what my ADHD brain does. My ADHD brain's like, I'm gonna fucking do 75 hard. I'm gonna fucking start 5 businesses. I'm gonna start 12 bands. I'm gonna be an outreach worker, a recovery coach. I'm gonna fucking I gotta do more hikes. Like, and no.
Yeah, so you came right out of the gate. What so you said 9 days? Like, yeah, so basically right at New Year's, you started 75 hard.
Yeah, and I'll tell you honestly, I'm okay with it. I can do 75 hard, but there's no point because this is it. This is why. Right
Right.
now, I'm going to the gym every fucking day. I'm starting to get buff again. I'm eating my macros. I'm eating my nutrients. I'm slaying the fucking day, bro. Um, I'm sober, no alcohol. Um, I'm doing really good with that. Um, and what I realized, but my commitments were learn the YouTube, learn the reels, learn the TikTok, learn how to host meetings, learn how to do all this stuff. And it's just unrealistic to fucking do all the 75 hard tasks in a day and still think I'm going to be able to write lyrics again and fucking write and think and learn TikTok or learn all this. There's just no time. As of today, I got
Right.
to the gym too late. So as of right now, I have to do my 45-minute workout inside or wherever, and then 3 hours later, I still have to do another workout. So I've just like it's just one little morning I slept in a little bit and I'm done. Because I have to get up for a 40-kilometer
Right.
walk tomorrow with my boys. And do you know, does that make sense? Like
Well, but you're also building your own program. Yeah, like you used it and it helped, right? But now you're coming out of it and you've got your own hybrid program, it sounds like. Taking elements of that work for you and that you brought into your routine, but then realizing you still need the time for these other things, right? So
there's just no time.
yeah.
Lost it. Like you actually like I'm just realizing that I had to really think about it today. I'm like, is this an excuse or is this legit? Like, am I? Because you got to learn to know yourself, right? I'm learning my ADHD. I really am, and I like about what was I think about a year. Was it last summer? It was two. I think it was about a year, 3 months or something. It wasn't last summer. The summer before that, where I really discovered, like, really decided, holy shit, I gotta really comprehend and understand and unpack my ADHD. And it's been a fucking journey, man. So you got to know kind of when, hey, you're putting on too much, you're doing too much. You got to. So I talked to my coach today and I said, hey, I didn't tell you this, but I started 75 hard. And he's like, I told you not to start 75 hard. You're already on a program. So I just, so anyway, I think the lesson here is just to, yeah. And the thing with that is a lot of people start their own program. Let me be honest here. A lot of people like, I'm doing 75 hard soft. I'm doing this. I'm doing my own program. At the end of the day, the problem with doing that is that's what you've been doing the whole time. You're changing programs because you want it to do it your way. 75 hard is designed and laid out a certain way, not to be altered to teach you discipline. And I've done it enough times. I think I've only successfully completed it once or twice, but I've attempted it like 10 times and it's taught me a lot. But as of right now, yes, I'm just going to stay committed to the workout I have, my diet, and putting aside 30 to 45 minutes a night to learn the brand stuff and all the shit you don't want to do that I'm good at.
All this fun back end stuff. Well, yeah, just to help out and get more familiar with everything going on, right?
Yeah,
Which
I
makes
mean,
sense, yeah. Yeah.
I need to exactly. So that's just kind of where I'm at, and that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No,
You
fuck yeah,
got a
I'm
lot of
excited for this year. I know we got a lot going on. We've been working on some new designs. The website will probably get an update pretty soon with some new stuff, and I know that one of our big goals is to kind of like work on things through this year and hopefully attend something like Recovery Day in the
yeah
fall.
recovery.
And so, yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, we're still going with this.
Oh yeah, no, it's just it's happening for sure. I've been procrastinating too much. So like I said, it it's about just not it's tough to stay committed to your goals. It really is. And one of the things that I've been doing right now at the gym is
Mhm.
getting 1% wins. Now, here's the thing about the gym. I'm in a men's group, right? Great guys. I love them. You met Adam. Adam was on the podcast. He's intense, man. He's no bullshit, no nonsense, intense motherfucker. It's awesome. I love him.
Yeah, looking forward to having him back on the
Same with
podcast
Chris
again.
and all those guys, right?
Yeah.
That's what we need to, the podcast needs to get rolling along. Same with the brand, everything. But when they told me to get back on a program, get back in the gym, right? These are my bros. And they do say, put more weight on, put more weight on. There's some guys at the gym. He was like, come on, you little bitch, put on more weight. Let's go. And I ignored everybody this time. And I just said, you know what I'm going to get 1% better every day. Today, I'm going to show up to the gym. I'm going to lift some weight. I'm going to get to make sure I make sure that I'm sweating. Every time I leave that gym, I make sure I'm sweating. But every day, I don't pack on mass amounts of weight right away. I keep it kind of light and get those 10 reps in, right? I make it hard, but I get that win every time. Like, holy fuck, that was a good session. I go, okay, so I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, just one little increment better. And now, 2 months later into this program, my bench press is up to 225 for 3 reps, which is pretty heavy. I couldn't believe that. I put 2 plates on the other day and did it. I was like, it's heavy.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to notice I'm getting all dent. Like I'm staying consistent. I made meal prep every week. Last week I slide, but what I'm saying is it's just those one slay the day, 1% a day. Please don't don't take a big bite, man, and expect you can just swallow it because you're gonna choke or you're gonna spit it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And learning
Well then,
yourself.
yeah. So if you go too hard, burn yourself out, then that just kills the routine too, right? And two
That's
steps
all I've
forward,
done.
one step back.
And I'm proud of myself for making the decision. You know what? Like it's okay. I don't feel bad that I'm bouncing out of 75 hard. I made it 9 days. It's fine. I'm glad I didn't post about it this time, but but it's things like that, knowing when. And I want this so bad. I want this so bad. I want to learn how to edit. I want to learn how to host podcasts. I want to make this one of the biggest podcasts, recovery podcasts, mental health podcasts in Canada. Like it's just that's my goal. I just don't see it unreasonable. Like I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I know it's going to take time, but with small incremental steps in the right direction. Like today, I prioritized getting here for 5:30 instead of postponing it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm not going to hang out with my family tonight, but that's okay. That's freaky though. You're like, fuck, like, because you'd feel bad if someone got sick. And I mean, family's not going to be there forever, but I don't know. What do you do, Jay? What do you do? Do you like, you got to sacrifice sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. I guess different situation on my end. Yeah.
You don't
Family
have any
being quite
family.
distant. But yeah, yeah. Get the
Yeah,
work
like
done.
even
It's
last
it's like
night.
it's also, yeah, a work-play balance, Like, yeah, do the work, but don't like live your life as well, right? Don't,
There's
yeah.
gonna be a balance. I think
Yes,
you're
for sure.
more live your life. I'm definitely like I think your balance for play and work is like where are you? Where am I? You're a little more like this, whereas I'm like,
Yeah.
but that's
I,
good though.
I turn a bunch of my work into play, which helps, and yeah.
What do you got going on? So you had some stuff. So, oh, did we even talk about the show? Like yeah, the
Yeah,
favorite.
it's been that long. I mean, like yeah, a bit of a recap of, kind of how we closed out last year.
What we closed
I
out.
mean, both of us were busy on November 16th at completely different events. So
It was
yeah,
funny.
go for it.
So like yeah, you did your beautiful
Literary
setup, by the way.
festival up in Enderby. Yeah, I had the fullest table that we've had, great conversations. I paneled for a couple different discussions, which was good, talking about like, small publishing houses and just publishing in the modern era and just how the dynamic just keeps changing. It's constantly changing right now, and there's just a lot going on. So it was fun to be part of that discussion, talk with some other publishers, meet some local authors, and just yeah, really get to represent Warforders Press in a completely different environment. I'd never done the Coquihalla trip, and going up there, that is one
What?
hell of a road.
You've never been on the Coca-Cola?
No, no. So that was a first. That was a
That's like
lot of fun.
a
Yeah.
world-class engineering marvel, apparently. And it
Oh
was
yeah.
built like
Oh
fucking
wow. It
150
just
years ago.
and we were able to take our time. So we went slow, made a lot of stops, just like took it easy. We were in no rush. So that was great.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I really enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to possibly going back this year
And
and lining up some other things as
your
well.
shout out your brand. What like because just in case we got anyone new listening, your War
Oh yeah,
Figures
yeah, yeah. I guess
Press
it's like
author.
I think like yeah, I run Warforders Press. We've been going for about 4 years now. We're just a small publishing house out of Maple Ridge, BC. And yeah, at the moment we've got like myself and three local authors that we've published works by. And this year in 2025, we've got three new authors coming out with new publications. That's what I've been busy on through November, December. So the first launch is actually February 22nd, and that's going to be a book called I Want to Tango with a Mango by Shirley White. It's a fully like it's an full color illustrations, whimsical poetry book, just kind of for youth. It's a fun one. I'm excited for that. So yeah, I've been busy. In the wintertime, I kind of, go into a bit of a hibernation mode, but I get to work and I yeah,
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 which is
ready to
great.
come out the gates flying. And then
Yeah,
yes,
so
on
that's
your
my
end,
what's that?
you had the show at the Haney.
Yeah, and the show was a complete success. And it reminds me of a Stoic quote one of my favorite Stoic quotes by Seneca, which is we suffer more in imagination than we do in reality. And man, I was spinning around like a fucking top. Like I was like, my voice, and I could hear some of the videos. I was a bit pitchy. My vocals they weren't 100%. They were pretty damn good though. And I think that could be partly because I caught a cold twice. I was just, oh man, I was like a lot of obstacles leading up to that, but I worried a lot more than I needed to. In fact, right up until the clock, like it was funny because we got a pretty decent guarantee from the Haney, and they don't normally do metal bands, and they're not really, into that. And it was fucking hilarious because we do sound check and the fucking the manager and everyone. As soon as we do sound check, we're like, "Good job," and they're like, "That's fucking loud." And I'm like, "Uh-oh." And the sound man was kind of like he's used to doing like classic rock cover bands. He's like, "Oh no, it should be okay." As soon as we played, he's like, "Holy fuck." He had to run home to get his bigger speakers for us. And he was sweating. He went from a bubbly, fun guy to hearing us play to or hearing us warm up and was starting to panic. And then as the night went on. Yeah, like the Haney gave us a decent guarantee. I've got all of these people coming. I've got the band that it was a wild experience. We got shout out to Beeve, man, like from Devin Townsend Project. Scotty, who plays at the Roxy, he was in a lot. He played in Strapping on Lad in the early days, Biff Naked, and then Brendan Hiles of Southern Death Threat. Like these are guys that are killer. We only rehearsed 3 practices and they crushed it, man. So I'm nervous. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, I got all these, like, I put the fucking merch table out. The sound man's already going, kind of freaking. I'm, my fast, but it's starting to get what we're going to go on at like 10, I think. So about 9, like 15, the place was still empty ish. And I'm like, fuck. And I saw Brando and he's sitting there. He's like, comes over. He's like, hey, come here. So he takes me back off. He's like, what was the guarantee that we talked about again? I'm like, I don't know. Well, it was this much. And I'm like, it's cool, man. Like, if we don't, if nobody comes, it's fine. I'll figure it out. pay the band myself or whatever, and just pay, and sure enough, man, 9:30 rolls and the fucking place packed up. Packed. All my shirts, everyone wearing Slay the Day shirts. We sold almost $500 in merch. Caitlin did an amazing job at the merch table. Just unreal.
Fucking
I don't
A.
know what the fuck I would have done without her. Family was there, everyone was there. It was really good, man. It was a huge moment. And like I said, I spent so much time worrying and it all worked out. Now, would I be able to do that again? It'd be a little harder. I think we need to up because getting people out is hard, right? So the next time we do the Haney, I want to do like more of a fundraising event and really sell that place out. Sounds like FTP is going to be playing again in March at the Roxy, but yeah, the show went great. It just was super validating that I was able to put together, a professional band with the help of Brennan, and everyone came out, and it was a success. Like we didn't suck, and people really enjoyed it. It's not like you're super fucking elite, impress me, bro, fucking metal, and that's not what
Yeah.
we're at. We want to be more accessible, and we want to be I mean, you like Heavy Blood, that's a new track that's coming out.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
you like
That's the one
that one.
that's dropping this week. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and that's, and it's good. Like, I mean, I listen to really complicated, wildly intense metal. This stuff's a little more accessible, but it's fun. And I mean, the guys like playing it, and everyone enjoyed it. And I mean, Brennan's very talented, very good writer, and it was exciting. It's just about learning how to release the songs properly, though, and learning how to, because that's the thing. I was in so many different bands, and I'm intense. I'll be the first one to freaking explain it. I'm like, absolutely, I'm fucking intense. But that's the beauty of who I am. And I'm learning more and more to embrace it. However, you need to still be trepidatious of other people's feelings and ideas and thoughts and hear them out, even if it does sound ridiculous. So being the guy that left a band with other people doing all the computer stuff and all the stuff that I don't quite understand, and now being on my own, it's different. I'm like, holy fuck, but it's working.
Yeah, yeah.
It's cool. It's humbling, man. It's what it is. I'm really humbled that everyone was fucking rocking out. You
Fuck
know,
yeah. I'd say, 2024 was a success,
it was
like
just,
granted, it's troubling times and blah 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 and all that, but yeah, we
I
did
don't
what we
know,
said
man. Like
we'd do.
those fires in LA, like fuck, that seems a bit. I don't know, dude. I don't know. We stay. FTP. Listen, FTP also stands for fuck the politics and fuck the politicians, and we don't want any. We don't want to get involved with. That's not our lane, man. But there are some people already saying, a lot of conspiratory posts out there, and those fires. Just, I don't know. They haven't had rain down there in what, like 120 days or
It's well, and the high winds, it's brutal. It's brutal.
I think it's
Like
just a perfect
they've never
storm of
experienced
bad luck,
anything like
right?
that there. That's yeah, a lot of homes lost. It is
People are
unfortunate.
saying
And, yeah.
they're saying like
Yeah, I
energy
don't have
went.
any political opinion on the matter. No, just that it's just tragic. But
It's just
yeah,
tragic, and it's you see it and you go, "Holy fuck, Palestine!" and all this and all that. And my friend actually called me from California. The girl I know, she's like in the
hmm
pitch dark, and they evacuated, and it really put into perspective the realism of it. She's like, "We aren't like really near the fires yet, but we're in a small town." Close enough with only two exits that we usually get evacuated first when there's any type of emergency like this. And I was just
yeah,
like,
yeah,
no power in your town. I'm like, here I am walking Lafarge Lake, beautiful lights with my phone. Like, you got to remember to be grateful, man.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
scary. It's easy for us to look at our phone. It's just, yeah, it's so. But anyway, like the FTP, man, we stay in our lane. Like we just want to stay in our lane.
Well,
I
there's
can't remember
enough.
why.
Yeah,
Why did I go on
there's
that
so many
tangent?
battles out there to fight. Like I guess we're more so here to be on the side of the personal battles and
Oh
that
yeah,
personal progress and progression, right? Like yeah,
totally
the world's
personal progress.
always going to be a big thing with something going on. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta.
But
yeah, focus
I
on the
think
personal.
social media just isolates it into the like that's the thing. I mean, the social media makes the world fucking 3 inches around. Social media just makes it like you're like there it is. The world's problems fucking boiled down right into your hand for you to freak the fuck out
Yeah.
about.
Oh, I know. I
Why
mean,
did I go on that
you can definitely
tangent?
spend all day following all the news updates from around the world and not get caught up. And then it's all new the next day. So
Yeah, I can't do
here
it.
we are.
Why did we bring that up though?
Oh, I don't know. Wildfires just
Right before the wildfires. What, do
I
you
know.
remember?
Yeah, yeah. Uh
Shit. Pause. We're gonna rewind this. We'll be right back. um, just yeah. Over anyway.
Oh, just how with 2024, just being, like we're
Well, it's
still
all
in
been fucked for the
climate.
last 5 years. It's just
Yeah.
been one
But
big fucking shit show with the whole
so it
president election, all of it. Like
Yeah,
what?
and so it's, sometimes it feels a little bit weird to claim a personal victory and say, "Hey, I had a good year." But
Oh yeah, when I see
in
those
all
fires this
honesty,
morning,
yeah,
yeah, I'm
in
like,
all
should I
honesty,
be like? I feel
2024 was a
guilty.
good year for me.
Sorry,
So,
say that again.
uh,
Say that again.
personally, 2024 was a good year for me. So,
Yeah, personally, 2024 was a good year for me, man.
yeah, not
Well,
for
I'm like
everybody, but
saddling up to go to the gym to get ripped, and build my brand to inspire people. And I'm seeing fucking people are losing their homes. I got a little
yeah.
notification. We got 10 minutes. Perfect. Um, I felt guilty. So I made a story. I was like, listen, I don't know what to do. I'm just over here in my own corner of the world trying to get my macros in, trying to get to the gym. Like, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I fucking brutal, man. Like, Ideally, ideally, my dream is to build this brand big enough that we could fucking buy a recovery ranch and fucking help people get sober. Like that's
Mm.
my dream is to get wealthy enough that I can have a home and a community and I can have some of my clients live with me and start a recovery ranch and like we could have the bottom level would be forced treatment. So we just lock you in there until you're ready. Just kidding, kind of. And then of course, like, but yeah, like my dream would be to have a fucking place, like a community, not a fucking commune. What is
Yeah.
it? Commune. Not, but just I want to give back. And I think it's if you can build something big enough and you have money, because I don't think money's evil personally, you can do more, right? And that's what and so that ties it back in that 2024 was slower than I would have liked it to be. But that's my fault because I'm just procrastinating and dealing with my ADHD. But we did get the show done, planned. I mean, I promoted it, I hired the photographer, all the stuff. It was wild. It was a really big win for the tail end of the year. And now this 2025 is a cool number. And I just want to make this year where we really get established for real and where I'd like to see if we could get one sponsorship this year, sell like a decent amount of merch online to the point where you're like, whoa, man, this is getting busy. And I want to get some good guests.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely looking forward to doing more episodes this year, getting some more
You seem to
discussions
really like
going.
the episode part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's fun just sitting down doing the chat, yeah, adding, going back to that whole like communicating, like sense of community, just that involvement, just even just having these chats when we check in, if we're not recording, it's always beneficial. So
Well,
yeah,
community, it's what we want to
yeah,
build. Like it's like a community of people because someone reached out to me yesterday and said, "Hey man, I just found your page. I just found your band. I don't know how, but he did." Well, whatever. That's how it works, I guess. But even one person, I get one person, I get a handful of one people all the like over the years.
yeah,
One
yeah,
guy was just like, "Yeah, your songs are cool. Like your recovery brand's cool. I'm going to my first show." This is what he said. He said, "Shout out to this dude, by the way. I'm not going to say his name, but he's fresh out of recovery, but then was in, or sorry, fresh out of treatment, was in treatment for 3 months. I'm assuming it was alcohol. I'm not sure, but anyway, he got out and he's going to his first concert, which is the Kerry King Municipal Waste on the 20th at the Commodore here in Vancouver. And he was just like, "Yeah, I call you like your lyrics are cool." Or that was neat to have one guy just be like, "I like your music, I like your vibe, it's inspiring," and I'm going to my first sober concert. Like that is something, man. That is something to build off of. Like even if we fucking just start doing caravans to the shows for sober people, like There's just, I mean, that, you know me, I got 3,000 ideas, right? But that to me, just one person means that there's 100,000. And if there's 100,000, there's a million people that are going to want to be a part of this community, right? Recovering loudly. We recover loudly for those who are still, silently struggling, right? We keep the
Well,
PMA every day. We fucking slay the day. We do it. We just fucking try to become 1% better. It's not always perfect. It's you do it ugly. You just do it because if you sit there and it's too long, you start kind of fucking. It gets get analysis paralysis. And like me, I've been sober. Well, I've been in recovery since 2015, and it's interesting because I've been in recovery since 2015, and I've slipped up many times. But even now, like years ago, if I'd slip up, I'd fucking burn my life down for sure. License lost, girlfriend gone, mom's not talking to you, friends don't want to talk. I actually had my friend fucking break up with me before. A friend, like, you're too fucked up. You got to get better, and then we could be cool. But as like even with healing over that time, even if I slip up now, it's way less intense. And that's because I have a job that I love, responsibilities that I care about, the lessons that I've learned, the books I've read, the podcasts I've read, just you know what I mean? I think that's
yeah,
my
yeah.
point of this
More a more
long-winded.
proper sense of purpose,
Yeah,
like
purpose is huge.
yeah, it
And my
makes me think of
long-winded spiel here just means it's progressing, man. Like
yeah,
it just keep
like
keep
that book I
counting
had
the win.
loaned you like a while back, a few years back now, that the Viktor Frankl one, Man's Search for Meaning. Just
Is
like
that
if
did
you
you lend
have,
me that?
yeah, yeah. And that just that if you have a purpose, like just having something, anything that, it'll get you through some dark, dark times for
Yeah,
sure.
because he was in the
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
the
that was a
gas camps,
story of,
man.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Him surviving through the concentration camps and
And I've been
seeing
pretty
the
bummed
people around him, just
giving
the
up
people
hope. Just
who were, yeah, pulling through because they had hope, they had something to live for. And once that was taken away, just how quickly you deteriorate and just fall off, if you don't have that and if you can't find something to replace that.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been going. There was a bit there where I was going through a rough patch over the holidays were got a little rocky for sure. But I was thinking about that book. I'm like, fuck, I'm kind of bummed. What's the point of this recovery thing? Do I really want to start a brand? Do I care? Like, what the fuck? We're all gonna the sun's gonna burn out. And I'm like, where's that Man's Search for Meaning book? Maybe I should read that. So I put it on deck, but then I snapped out of it, right? It's
Yeah,
on deck.
such a
I
good
think
one.
is your I what I have your blue copy of it? Because I have my own too.
Yeah, yeah. I have an extra copy. That's one I love loaning out to people. Yeah.
Is it blue?
Could be. I'd have to check which one I have on my
Or
shelf.
you or did
Yeah,
you
I think
or did you lend me the Sisyphus?
no. Oh, the Myth of Sisyphus. I could have
Yeah,
lent you that one
I
too.
have
The
that,
blue.
and I know you lent me that one
Yeah, okay, you have that. Oh, that's a good one as well.
because
Yeah, yeah.
I do have two copies of Man's Search for Meaning, I think.
And so, yeah, for anybody listening, those are two great reads. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl and The Myth of Sisyphus by Albert Camus.
Yeah, we should do that, eh? We should like do like book. We should like me and you should have
Yeah,
that.
yeah, more rec yeah, that'd be good
We
at
read a
some
book
point.
together and then we could talk about it here.
And just provide a bunch of like, things we've
Oh,
read that's been inspirational. We could definitely fill an
right
episode with
now, fucking. I haven't read
that.
Man's Search for Meaning. Is like on deck right now on my shelf. Like, or so I have a stack that I'm ready to go. But I
Yeah.
could give you one like right like Miguel something Miguel. Well, the Four Agreements, like that is like a must read for anybody in any of this self development, mental health, addiction recovery. Four Agreements. I read Anna Lemke's Dopamine Nation just recently. That was really good. What else have I read? I'm reading
Yeah,
a
let's definitely let's do that on a future episode where let's get right into some books. I know we're running out of time here,
yeah,
so
it's
we should
1 minute.
probably
Okay. Well, this was a wicked episode. Way to start the year.
fuck yeah. Yeah. Good to get back to it. And then I'll leave you with this recording to
Yeah.
edit and upload.
and just
Haha.
go, you know what, and go ahead and throw it up. I don't know. What do you want to do? Monday,
Yeah, yeah.
Sunday? We could
We'll get it up quick. So
get it
yeah,
up quick and I'll splice it up and advertise it on my end.
perfect. All right,
Okay,
you want to do
man.
your little outros?
Yeah, just remember, yeah, we'll just slay the day. Keep a positive mental attitude the best you can. And honestly, just, yeah, like don't beat yourself up. 1% better. Here we go.
Fucking right. 2025. Here we go.
I'll talk to you soon, man.
Cheers.
Bye bye.
Feel the shires.